Right. Nobody knows how to get there. Instead of making it. But anyway, it was fun, you know,
Good morning. Welcome to the Sunday morning worship service at DuPage Unitarian Universalist Church. My name is Chris Cable, and I'm a member of the Board of Trustees. Unitarian Universalism is a faith tradition committed to creating a just and flourishing world for all people. Our Universalist theology tells us every person is worthy of love. Thus, when we say, whoever you are, wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome here, this is our message of love to you, inviting your whole self into this space to help us co-create a world centered on our values. We invite you to learn more about us and consider joining this community to enact our values of equity, justice, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity. Now, if you're online, I invite you to greet each other through the chat. Actually, I have an announcement, which is that the word is out, apparently, to everyone but me. No, it's time to plan your participation in Auction 2025 Safari. Migrate to the auction information page on the top navigation on the church website, or find links in the Weekly Connection newsletter. And starting today through October, bushwalk from the sanctuary to the auction table in Creeves Hall for anything and everything you need to know. Donation forms and suggestions, child care availability on November 1st, ticket purchase for silent and live, and most importantly, to answer the question, what does silent and live mean? All auction team members are ready and waiting to explain. Now, if you're online, I invite you to greet each other through the chat, and if you're present here, I invite you to turn to someone you did not come with and greet them with a wave and a good morning greeting.
We are people of faith. Faith is our expansive welcome. Faith in our ability to grow. Faith in the precious gift of our truths. Faith is the promise of trying, learning, changing. Faith is our capacity to know ourselves and each other ever deeply. We light our chalice and welcome. Welcome to you who are gay, straight, bi, pan, lesbian, queer, questioning, unable to be contained in any word. Welcome to you who are trans, cis, genderqueer, non-binary, intersex, agender, beyond words. Welcome to you who are human. Welcome to you who love and are loved. Welcome to you who are blessed, which is all of you.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to this place of love, this place of our communal flourishing. We gather each week to open our hearts, to expand our minds, and to see the sacred within each other. Come, let us worship together.
sanctuary, each made holy, loved right through. With thanksgiving, we are a living sanctuary anew. Make us aware we are a sanctuary, each made holy, loved right through. With thanksgiving, we are a living sanctuary anew. Make us aware we are a sanctuary, each made holy, loved right through. With thanksgiving, we are a living sanctuary
Join us.
Are a sanctuary, each made holy,
Love right through. With thanksgiving, we are a living. Sanctuary anew. Love right through. With thanksgiving, we are a living. Sanctuary anew. Are a sanctuary, each made holy, loved right through. With thanksgiving, we are a living sanctuary.
Good morning. The mission statement of the DuPage Unitarian Universalist Church reminds us of who we have agreed to be and who we are. Please join me in reading our mission statement. We gather as an inclusive community to grow mind and spirit and to transform the world toward fairness, love, and compassion. The vision statement of DuPage Unitarian Universalist Church is our dream, who we wish to become. Please join me in reading our vision statement. We strive to boldly enact our values toward a just world as we nurture our growth to become a more inclusive and deeply connected intergenerational community.
Our vision of beloved community is rooted in the relationships that we have with one another, our world, and creation. Each week, we offer the opportunity for joys or concerns to be shared here aloud at the pulpit. And today, I have none, so that must mean you're all good, right? We are a caring community, and whether your joy or your concern is shared here aloud or held in your heart, please know that we are here for one another. Each of our pastoral ministries associates are available to celebrate with you during a joy or to listen and walk with you during a concern. You are welcome to contact them or myself if you would love to have support at this time. Our meditative prayer today is a responsive reading. Please join me in your part when the words are projected on the wall. To become is a lifelong process. Nothing is constant, not even the self. We evolve in the midst of narratives meant only for some, and ways of being made narrow by fear and power. We must then have the courage to listen to the truth of our own lives, to the wisdom that comes from within, responding without resistance or need to control, but with welcome and curiosity. This is what ensures our becoming is an unfolding of our truest self. This lifelong labor cannot be carried out alone. It requires help from friends and lovers, family, and creaturely companions, all who bear witness to what makes us come alive and say to us, listen, look, feel, pay attention. This is living and being loved. Telling the stories, sharing in the memories, giving thanks for the relationships, understandings, and experiences past that have shaped us to this day. This is loving and being loved. Celebrating new beginnings that excite, holding risks together, leaning into unknowns with the promises of support and companionship. This is loving and being loved. Listening to the future calling uniquely to each of us in the midst of all life's noises. Helping one another find our place in the shared labor of collective life. Supporting each other in what this is loving and being loved. To say for the first time, this is who I am. This is the truth of my body. This is what I know about myself. This is my name, and this is where my path is leading me. And then to have it heard, have it received, have it affirmed, and then to say it again and again as we change, as the world changes, and to have each proclamation greeted with an open-armed embrace. This is loving and being loved. There is no me without you. We shape one another. The sacred that birthed us weaves our lives together so that we can only find ourselves through shared becoming. for my journey and all its winding ways, for yours, for all the saints who labored for what is, all the kin whose lives made ours possible, for all those yet to come, for whom living our truths today will mean breaking possibilities open for them tomorrow. We pause. We give thanks. We acknowledge. This is loving and being loved.
It is time to gather, and I'd like to invite all of our young people to come join me up front here for a story. The crowd is coming. Come on up, guys. So be sure to sit where you can see the wall right here above Mandy. How are you guys doing this week? Good. So I have a short story today titled Neither by Ariely Anderson. Once upon a time, there were two kinds, this and that. These and those. One or the other. Until, honk. What kind are you? I'm both. You can't be both. You must be neither. I'm neither? Neither tried to play this game. You can't play with us. You're not rabbity enough. Neither tried to play that game. You can't play with us. You're not birdie enough. Why don't you find somewhere else? You're not one of us. You're neither. 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 So, neither flew to find somewhere else. Where did you come from? Honk. I'm from the land of this and that, but I'm neither. So I'm looking for somewhere else to fit in. Well, this isn't somewhere else, but you will fit in here. Well, where is here? Oh, so many different kinds. This is the land of all. Come play with us. But I'm different from everyone here. I'm neither red, nor orange, nor yellow, nor blue. Exactly. Excuse us, we're from the land of this and that, but we don't fit in at home. We're looking for somewhere else. But you said I was neither. You said I should go somewhere else. Well, this isn't somewhere else. This is the land of all, and everyone fits in here. So once upon a time, there were many kinds, this and that, somewhat and whatnot, either, very, sort of, just, rather, a little, neither, and both. And all were welcome. Have you ever felt like you didn't belong somewhere? And maybe you were told to go find someplace else? How does that feel? Yeah, doesn't feel good. So in today's service, we're talking about some people that are told that they don't belong, that they shouldn't be here. So be sure to listen in to the music that we have today and listen to what Reverend Mandy has to say about it. All right? Let's sing to the children.
Maya Angelou wrote, "Let gratitude be the pillow upon which you kneel to say your nightly prayer, and let faith be the bridge you build to overcome evil and to welcome good." Giving of our treasure is how we reciprocate the many gifts we are given by this community, and how we live our values into the world. Each Sunday, we offer our financial gifts to both this congregation and to an organization that gives life to those values and makes a difference in the world. This month's organization, the special collection, is for Literacy DuPage, nominated by DEUC member Brenda Henry. Literacy DuPage helps adults who read below the 9th grade level through accessible and customized tutoring that improves their English language speaking, reading, writing, and listening skills. According to the 2022 American Community Survey, 27% of DuPage County population are residents who speak a language other than English at their homes. Literacy DuPage helps adults live their dreams through English language skills. As we pass our offering plate, know that it is a vessel that connects us to each other and through our gratitude and generosity. So give freely your thankfulness and abundance, that our values can forever take hold in the world. Our reading is entitled Beacons by Kimi Floyd. Beloveds, we were never meant to hide in closets, and we were never to be spoken of in whispered corners by a world filled with others, afraid of their own reflections. We are from the flame of Channing's truth, Olympia Brown's relentlessness, in Lou Alcott's defiance of societal expectations, and Thoreau's solitude of freedom, freedom of solitude. We are here, heirs of a theology that says love is love. The soul is not gendered, that covenants live in hearts, not courtrooms. Laws can be cruel and narrow, but our faith remains wide, widening still more until every child hears their pronouns in liturgies. And every parent of a trans child hears their entire congregation reflect back, "You are not alone," in the face of their fears. We have always been here, from pulpits to picket lines, from the ancestors you called heretics to our kitchen tables where we sat with chosen families, speaking our truths into becoming real. The world may pass bans, overturn laws, rewrite constitutions, threaten us, but our marriages were holy before they were licensed, and our identities were sacred before we had names. Today, again and every day, bless those out and those staying in. Bless the drag, bless the transitioning, bless the questioning, bless the kinfolk, bless our chosen families, and bless us, because we have faced ourselves, loved ourselves, saw ourselves, and we declare we are beauty and goodness and unicorns with a bit of rainbow and a lot of heart. We gather now in the wake of their efforts to erase, as a sign that we are not so easy to erase, and knowing that we are literally love becoming. We were never meant to hide. We were always meant to blaze.
How many of you here believe that trans people make up 10% of the population? 5%? 3? 1? If you guessed 1, given the way the media and conservative politicians have turned its attention to trans issues, you would think our entire society is about to collapse by an overwhelming supermajority. The truth is, the American values touted by conservatives are simply racism, heteronormativity, transphobia, classism, and patriarchy. There's no attack. It doesn't exist. In fact, trans people are only asking for the very thing that every person wants, an acknowledgement of their existence, or as we Unitarian Universalists might call it, their inherent worth and dignity. At the Unitarian Universalist General Assembly this past June, the Ware lecturer, Amara Jones, winner of Emmy and Peabody Awards, the creator of Translash Media, a cross-platform journalism which produces content to shift the current culture of hostility towards transgender people in the US, did this exact same activity. And she followed up these questions with another statistic. The 1% trans population is equal to that of redheads, who also make up 1% of the population. Not only would popular media and the conservative right attempt to convince you that trans people are invading our society, but they're doing it because of the weak liberal left who wish to corrupt family values. In fact, they would try to convince you that the weak liberal left created trans people. If only I were as creative as nature itself. The truth is, trans people have been in existence since the beginning of time, in one expression or another. And in fact, theologians of both Christian and Jewish traditions have long argued that the Spirit of God is non-binary, encompassing both male and female characteristics and all of the ways that neither fit God. The pronouns that best fit God are they, them. Former Baptist minister Brandon Flannery writes, "Creation itself is non-binary. Scripture speaks of God creating night and day, yet we know by observation that there are in-between times, such as dawn and dusk. When it comes to animals, Genesis says God created creatures of land and sea, yet we know there are amphibians. And while Scripture says God created man and woman, we know that 1.7% of the population are born intersex. The non-binary is all throughout creation. The very nature of God transcends a binary description too, and we are reflections of that nature. Is it any wonder that gender is expressed in various and wonderful ways?" So, why did the liberal left get this reputation for championing trans lives? And is that a bad thing? Well, spoken or not, the political left has often been champions for the human spirit. They don't always get it right, but the core of our faith tradition, which is almost always in the liberal left category, is the understanding that all beings have worth and dignity. But moreover, when the worth and dignity of those who are most marginalized, who have very little power and resources, are threatened, it is up to those of us who have power to rise up and protect them. This is one of the reasons that we as a community use and identify on our name tags our pronouns. It literally saves lives. This is why we fight against the 500+ proposed anti-trans legislations that our country and states wish to put into effect. Trans people may make up only 1% of our population, but I would argue that that makes them precious and worth protecting.
Chicago may seem like a strange place for the last stronghold of a plant. However, that was the case back in 1916. In 1912, a graduate student by the name of Norma Pfeiffer was exploring a wet prairie near Torrance Avenue in Chicago when she stumbled across something peculiar. What she found had completely stumped the botany department. Her description of this little mystery ended up that she earned a PhD. What she had discovered was indeed a plant, but it was nothing else known in this region. The plant was named Thismia americana. T. americana, like all members of the Burmanniaceae family, is a mycoheterotroph. It made its living by parasitizing mycorrhizal fungi in the soil. Because of this lifestyle, T. americana did not bother with leaves or even chlorophyll. It simply stored up enough energy to produce its tiny, translucent white and blue-green striped little flower, which barely breached the soil surface. The oddest thing about finding a Thismia growing in Illinois, let alone in Chicago, is that the family with which this plant belonged is very much tropical in its distribution. Its closest living relatives grow only in Australia, New Zealand, and Tasmania. What was this odd little species doing in northern North America? Pfeiffer continued to encounter and examine these plants for another 5 years after her initial discovery. Sadly, 1916 was the last year that anyone ever saw these plants again. The site in which the original population was found has since been developed. There have been many repeated attempts at rediscovering this species. In 1949, Pfeiffer herself worked with a team of botanists in an attempt to find new populations of T. americana. They were unsuccessful. Another search was launched in the 1990s. Volunteers were given pictures and models of the plant in hopes that they could develop a search image. They were also testing using small bluish-white beads scattered around the prairie vegetation to see if the volunteers were even capable of finding a flower as small as T. americana. Just as in 1949, no Thismia were found, nor were most of the beads, apparently. Though the team did turn up at least 17 plant species never recorded in this region before. So their time was not wasted. Similar searches in 2002, 2011 have produced similarly disappointing results. How and why this species came out of the part of the prairies of Illinois will forever remain a mystery. Many have tried to find its sense. All have failed. Some still hope that a small remnant population remains somewhere hidden beneath the goldenrods and the various grasses. Given the size and appearance, it is easy to see how such a plant could be overlooked. If anything, Thismia americana stands as a reminder of how important even the smallest nature preserves can be. For a species like this, the simple act of preserving a chunk of land smaller than a city block could have made the difference.
Preserving a chunk of land smaller than a city block could have made all the difference. Using and identifying your pronouns could have made all the difference. Calling your elected representative could have made all the difference. Hanging a trans pride flag, showing up at our D203 school board when a trans child wishes to participate in sports, speaking up could have made all the difference. Every day, we do our best to protect the most vulnerable amongst us, our children, our elderly, people of color, our planet. It is the core of our Unitarian Universalist values: justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity. Attacking trans lives is an authoritarian tactic used in the guise of protecting family values that has power. You see, the 1%, when they disappear, it isn't like the story's over. No, then the attack begins on other queer folks, on women, on people of color, on the disabled, on those who simply disagree with the patriarchy, and those in power, as we are already seeing. But trans lives are worth protecting not just because it protects all of us, but because they are beautiful and worthy of themselves. Trans lives matter. Trans people in all their beautiful glory remind us of the beauty of creation, and they gift us with the gift of their own being. Trans people have inherent worth and dignity, thus they are worth protecting. We know, as the people of the prairie, that we are strong because of the entwined roots of our community, which assures us that those roots that tie us together hold us strong. But more so, those roots are strengthened for our diversity. We need the goldenrod as much as we need the asters, as the echinacea and the bee balm, and the Thismia americana. Failing to protect the most vulnerable is a loss far greater than we can ever imagine. We need each other. We need each other to thrive and to exist and to flourish. With the loss of even one life, our entire existence becomes less rich, less beautiful, and none of us are able to flourish to the same extent. As you leave this place, I invite you to take a flag home with you and share your allegiance with the beauty and the love of our trans siblings. May we find joy in all the ways that we exist. Please rise as you are willing and able in singing our joy. world can't take that from us. It is here always. And when we need a reminder, this is where we go. Do not let the world take your joy or anyone else's. For together we can share our joy with the world.
Please join me as we extinguish our chalice. We extinguish the light of this chalice, but not the light in our hearts. Until we meet again, may the warmth of our community carry you.